Television City in Hollywood. It's Card Shark. Here's the host of Card Shark, Bob Eubank.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Card Shark. Nice of you to join us today. If you were with us yesterday, you know that one of the most touching things in the world happened. Well, we're going to tell you all about it, but first I want you to meet our two lovely Card Shark dealers, and here they are. Hi, Susanna Williams, Lacey Pemberton. Ladies, let's play the game. If you would start dealing out the cards right now, and Lacey will be dealing out the red cards to our returning champion, while Susanna deals out the blue cards to our challenger on the lower level there. And while they're doing that, we'll meet our Card Sharks, and here they are. Hello, Susan and Dean. If you weren't with us yesterday, this lady right here, Susan, our champion, she and her dog Dorsey, you had a 9. You had a 9 on the big money cards. You had $8,600. You bet $8,300 on a 9, and I almost had a heart attack, Susan.
I love it.
You love it. Well, this gray hair that I have in my head has increased since yesterday. I want you to know that. And the cards were on your side, and my goodness, how much did you win? You recall?
I think it's like $17,000.
That's it, $17,000. Why don't you tell everybody about Susan again, would you?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Susan Topperser. I'm a graduate student at the University of California at Irvine. I am going for a master's degree, and I'm also currently going to school in Los Angeles to get an advertising credential. And in my spare time, I do singing telegrams.
Do you really? Oh, you didn't tell me that. Well, what kind of telegrams? Sing a quick telegram for me, can you?
Well, this is for someone who's having a birthday.
Yes.
Here's birthday song. It's not too long.
Oh, that's it. And you're...
You wanted it quick.
That's good. And Dorsey is your friend.
He is this is Dorsey the guide dog, otherwise known as Sleepyhead.
Yes. She won the championship yesterday. I went over to get her to bring over to this area over here, and she says, "Wake up, Dorsey, we won." Nice to have you back.
Thank
I want you to meet your challenger. Hello, Jean. How are you?
Hi, Bob.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Tell us about Jean.
I'm Jean Carroll. I'm from Tarzana. I'm a freelance writer. I write for magazines, and I do a little bit of television writing. And I love animals, and I'm in love with Dorsey.
You are?
Yes.
Dorsey has a home. Well, it's nice to have you with us. Okay, let's play this game. You've cut the cards backstage. I know that. The object of our game is to work your way across the board by predicting whether each card is higher or lower than the one preceding it. But before you can begin calling off high-low cards, you must win our high-low question. And here goes the first one in game number 1 between Susan and Jean. Susan, the question goes to you, and here it is. We surveyed 100 blonde women in California, and we asked them, are you a natural blonde? Now, I want to remind you, you're standing next to a blonde lady, Susan. How many women claimed they were a natural blonde out of 100?
I think that everybody wants to be a blonde because blondes have more fun. I don't necessarily think that's true, but I think that it's that they're going to admit that
Yeah, how many claimed they were natural blondes?
I think that that's going to probably be about 55.
55 out of 100. All right. Jean, will the actual number be higher or lower than that?
I have some personal experience in this area, obviously. Even if you have to help your blondness a little bit. I mean,
how many was it, higher or lower?
Most of us would say at one time we were natural blondes. Okay, I would say it's higher.
Is it higher than 55?
Yeah.
I just want to have hair. I don't care what color it is. Actual number of blonde women who said they are natural blondes is 54. Wasn't high? It's one lower. And again, you almost hit it on the button, Susan. Susan, you have control of the cards. You won the high-low question. That means you get the first crack at the cards, and you can change this base card if you want to. It's a 5. Boy, 5's really flaky.
Boy, 5's like me. I think that what I'm going to do is change it.
But change that 5, okay? Your 5 now is a 7, and you've got to play it.
Oh, gosh,
Susan.
I got to play it. Okay, we're going to go for it, and I think it's going to be higher.
Higher than the 7. It is a 10.
Woo!
Player freeze.
I'm going to...
You've got 2 cards showing, 3 cards to win the game. You've got a 10. You can play it or freeze.
I'm going to play it.
You're going to play it, all right?
It's going to be Lower.
Lower than the 10. Your card is now a 6.
Woo!
All right. You've got 3 cards showing, 2 cards to win the game. Player
At this
freeze.
point, I think I'm going to freeze.
Freeze on the 6.
Yeah.
Strategy may work. You keep your opponent away from the cards. You have 3 cards showing, 2 cards left to win the game. And Gene, here is the next high-low question. It goes to you. Gene, we surveyed 100 married women, and we asked them, have you ever lied and told an attractive man you were single? How many married women admitted that they have told a man that they were single?
Oh, that's a tough question. Gosh, how many would admit it even if they did? You know, Bob, that
That's
must
the
be...
same question I asked you.
I would say it has to be a relatively low number. I'm going to say out of all those women that would admit it to
Yes.
it, no, I'd say 42.
About 42 out of 100 married women admitted that they had told an attractive man they were single. Susan, will it be higher or lower than 42?
You know what? I'd like to think that the institution of marriage at this point is pretty okay. So I think that they should really love the person that they're going to get married to. And I could be wrong here, but I think that it's going to be a little bit lower.
Lower than 42?
Yeah.
Actual number of married women admitted they told a man they were single is 13. Much lower. All right, Susan, once again, here's where you are. You have 3 cards showing the 6 as your base card, 2 cards to win the game. You can change the 6 if you'd like.
Please change that
Please
card.
change that 6. All right, the 6 now becomes a queen.
Okay. Definitely lower.
Lower than the queen, it is a 10. Here's where you are. You have 1 card left to win the game. The card is a 10. You can play or you can freeze.
Okay, heck. I'm going to go for it, and it's going to be lower.
Lower than the 10. The lady's going for it. Is it lower than the 10? No! It is not lower than the 10. And that means you go back to your queen, which means you still have 2 cards left to win the game, and your opponent now gets a free shot at the cards. Gene, you've got to play off this card because you didn't win the high-low question. It's a 2.
All right, yes, definitely higher.
Higher than the 2. Your card is a 4.
Good.
Higher than the 4. Your card is now a 4 again. And that means that Jean goes back to her original base card. She still has 4 cards to win the game. Susan's on the queen with 2 cards to win the game. And we'll be back with more Card Sharks in the rest of this game right after this. Welcome back to Card Sharks. Let's continue with this game between Susan and Jean. And we'll go on to our next high-low question. Susan, the question is for you. We surveyed 100 psychiatrists, and we asked them, Susan, generally speaking, can a person's behavior be affected by a full moon? How many psychiatrists said, yeah, it can?
Oh, wow. Wish I was in Pennsylvania. I think that really is going to affect you because, you have 70% of your body is made out of water.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be a relatively high number. I think it's going to be like 82.
That means I have 140 pounds of water. Is that what you're telling me? Okay, 82 out of 100 psychiatrists said, yeah, full moon can affect your behavior. Gene, higher or lower than 82?
That's really tough. I think I read a study somewhere that said it did affect you. Definitely did. So I'd have to say, but I think it's going to be just a little bit lower than 82.
Lower than 82?
Yeah.
Actual number of psychiatrists said a person's behavior can be affected by a full moon is 35. Yes, it was lower, Gene. All right, Gene, here you are with the deuce. Now you can play. Here we go.
Okay, definitely higher.
Higher than the deuce. Your card is a
Yes! Lower.
Lower than the queen. It is a 7. Play a freeze.
Oh, freeze.
It'll freeze there. All right. Freezing on the 7, so we're all tied up. Each contestant has 2 cards to go to win this game. Susan has a queen. Gene has a 7. And now it's sudden death time. Someone must win the game on the next play of the card, so control is very important. Here is that question. Goes to Gene. Gene, we surveyed 100 married men, and we asked them, do you secretly save part of your salary and keep it hidden from your wife? How many men admitted they do secretly save part of their salary?
Oh, gosh. You like to think that marriage is open and that everybody knows what's happening. I don't think they'd admit that. I would say...
Why are you looking at me?
You tell me about... No, out of 100 married men, I'd say maybe 40 of them
40 admitted that they keep a little to the side there. Susan, higher or lower than 40?
I think that even if they tried, they couldn't keep it away from their wife. So I think it's going to be even lower than that.
Think it's be lower than 40?
Yeah.
The actual number of married men who secretly save part of their salary is 15. It was lower. Susan, here's where you are. you have a choice to make. You have a queen with 2 cards left to win this game. You can play off the queen, play it out. If you make a mistake, your opponent wins the game. Or you can ask her to play it out. She has 2 cards left, and she must play off of a 7. Would you like to play it, or would you like to pass?
Boy, that's a tough one. I think I'm going to play.
You're going to play yourself.
Yeah.
Not going to pass it, you're going to play it. All right.
Yeah.
Your card is a queen. I assume you want to keep the queen. Is that correct?
Right.
All right.
It's going to be lower.
Lower than the queen, the card is a king. No! And that means that Jean wins game number 1 at $100. We are going to go on to the next game now. All right, fine. So, Jean, you've got the first game in this match. Remember, first player to win 2 games wins the match, goes on to play the big money cards. And now Lacey's going to deal out some new cards from the same deck. And let's play game number 2. Here we go. Susan, for you. We surveyed 100 New York City policemen, and we asked them, Susan, have you ever decided not to give a woman a traffic ticket because she cried? How many policemen said they have decided not to give the ticket because the lady cried?
You know what? I think
What?
that probably they would probably be tempted to do that, but I think they also, because of economics, have to give out tickets. So I think that that's going to be pretty low. I would say about 28.
28 out of 100 said they decided not to give the ticket because the lady cried. Jean, higher or lower than 28?
Oh, gosh, you know, I got a ticket one time. He was real nice, and then I didn't get a ticket one time. Both times I cried. So I don't know. I would say maybe a little lower than 28.
Lower than 28? The actual number of policemen who decided not to give a traffic ticket because a woman cried is 20. It was lower, Jean. Yes. And now, Jean, here we go. Here's your base card. Remember, change if you'd like. It's a jack.
Oh, we'll keep it, and we're going to say it's lower.
Lower than the jack, your card is now a queen. No. Susan, her card was a queen. That means that she goes back to her base card of a jack, and now you get a free shot at the cards. You got to play off this one, Susan. It is a 7. You got to go.
Oh, boy. I think it's going to be, and I'm going to hope really hard that it's going to be higher.
Higher than the 7, your card is an 8.
Oh!
Now, play a freeze. Freeze on the 8. And if you win the next high-low question, then you'll have a chance to change that 8. We'll find out how that turns out when we come back, but we must pause for these words. We'll see in just a moment. Welcome back to Card Sharks. We are in game number 2. Our challenger won the first game. Susan's got to win this game to stay in the match. Everybody understands where we are, I know. So let's go to our next high-low question. It goes to Jean. Jean, we surveyed 100 women, and we asked them, do you like it when a man kisses your hand? How many women said they like it, they like it?
Oh, I love it when a man kisses my hand. It's terrific. I would say, gosh, who wouldn't like it? I'd say 88.
The men wouldn't like it. 88 out of 100. Susan, higher or lower than 88? Women said they like it.
Lower.
You think
Just
it's
a
lower
little
than 88?
Just a little.
I think you're right. The actual number of women who like being kissed on the hand is 69. It was lower. All right, Susan, now you won the high-low question, so you can change your 8 if you'd like to do so.
Please.
Please get rid of it, okay? The 8 is now a king.
Oh, good. It's going to be lower.
Lower than the king. You've got 3 cards to go to win the game. It is an 8. No. It's not lower. That means that Jean gets a free shot. Jean, you can't change. You got to play off of the jack.
We'll go lower.
Lower than the jack. Your card is a 10. Player freeze.
We'll go lower again.
Going on. Lower than the 10. It's now a 3.
We'll go higher.
Higher than a 3. It is now a jack.
And we'll go lower.
If it's lower than the jack, you become our new champ. It is a 5. Yes. And we have a new champion. Susan, hasn't been so bad, though, has it?
No.
You won over $17,000. You are a wonderful, sweet, precious lady. Bye-bye. We'll see you again, okay? Bye-bye. And goodbye, Doris. Goodbye, Doris. You stay right there. Jean, why don't you come out here with me, please? Because this is our new champion. Congratulations to you. I want you to come right over here. Woo! Woo! Good boy. Okay, now you've got $200. That $200 is yours to keep no matter what happens. I want you to go on and do what Susan did because yesterday she won $17,000. However, she gave us a heart attack, if you recall that. So I want you to think about every bet that you make, and now's your chance to make some big money. So I want to wish you all the luck in the world. So Susanna and Lacey are going to come in here. They have a new deck of cards, and I know you cut before the show. And here's how we play our money cards. The $200 that you won is yours to keep no matter what happens. But now you're going to give you new money to bet with. And we're going to start you off on the bottom line with $200. You must bet your way across the board by calling high and low. You get to the second line up there, we'll add another $400 of betting money, and you bet your way across that line. Remember, minimum bets are $50, except for the final top card, where you must bet at least half of your dollars. Also, don't forget, you will have an opportunity to change one card on each line by selecting one of the spare cards that Susanna is dealing right now. So let's get started. Give the lady $200, please. You can turn that $200 into $32,000 if you play it right. Good luck to you. And here's your first card. The card is an ace. What a way to start with $200.
We'll bet all 200 that the next card will be lower.
Lower, of course. If another ace comes up, it's a push, no win, no loss. Okay? It is a 10. Now $400. You can play the 10 or you can change, whatever you want to do.
I'll bet $300 that it will be lower.
300 lower than the 10. This card is a 3. Yes, you have $700.
I bet $650 that it will be higher.
650 higher than the 3. It is a 4. Woo! $1,350. The 4 now becomes your base. We give you another 400. You now have $1,750. Still cards over there left to change if you want.
I'll bet $1,200 it will be higher.
1,200 higher than the 4. Your card is a 6. Yes. You're at $2,950. Change the 6 if you want.
I'll change that card. We'll
Okay.
take number 3.
Remember, you can only change one card per line. The 6 now is a 5. $2,950.
I bet $1,000 it will be higher.
1,000 higher than the 5. Your card's a queen. $3,950.
I bet $3,000 it will be lower.
3,000 lower than the queen. It is a 4. Yes. You're at $6,950. The 4 goes up here. You can change the 4 or you can keep it. You must bet at least $34.75.
Okay, I'm going to keep the 4, and I'm going to bet that, oh gosh, I bet $6,000 it will be higher.
6,000 that it's higher than the 4. That's a big bet.
No.
No! $12,950. Way to go!
Introducing the new.
Here we go again. Here's our new challenger on Card Sharks. Come in here, Duran.
How you doing? Hi, Mom. All right.
Well, cheer up.
Well, why not?
Nice to have you here. Tell me
Thank
about
you very
Duran.
much. My name's Duran Swanson. I'm from La Habra. I'm a fire engineer in a small city in Orange County named Stanton Fire Department.
All right.
And I'm ready to win some money.
Well, you've got to the right place. The lady next to you won $13,000 right there. You've cut the cards, both of you, I know, and Lacey is now dealing out a brand new set of cards from a new deck. So let's begin this match between the two of you, Gene and Duran. First question goes to our champ. It's for you, Gene. We surveyed 100 people, and we asked them, if you won $1 million lottery, would you continue to work at your present job? How many people said they would continue working?
I read that somebody wanted to continue working after winning, like in the California lottery, but gosh, I think that was a minority. I'd say out of 100 people, maybe 40 of them.
40 out of 100 said they would continue working.
Well,
Duran, higher or lower than
I'll
40?
tell you right now. I'll tell you exactly. If I had $1 million, it's in the bank. There is just no way.
Quit the fire department, Duran?
It's a good job. Hey, I'm not knocking. It's really good. But I would definitely
Quit the fire
quit the
department,
fire
right?
department. So I think more people. So it's going to be higher.
Higher than 40? I hope it's higher than 40. The actual number of people who would... Okay, how many people said they would continue working? How many said they would continue working? I want to make sure you understand the question.
It's going to be higher.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. I did screw. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, twice.
I would quit the fire department. That number is going to be lower than 40.
Lower!
I'm not going to work. I'm going to quit.
The actual number of people who would continue working even if they won $1 million lottery is 66. It wasn't lower, it was higher. I can't believe that. $1 million. Would you continue showing up here? Yes, you would. Yes. All right. Gene, you won the high-low question. That means that you get to play the cards. And here's the card. It's an 8. Change it if you want to.
Change that.
Yes. Your 8 now is a deuce.
Yeah! We are going higher.
Higher than the deuce. The card is now an 8.
Yes! We're going lower.
Lower than the ace. It is a queen.
Yes! Lower.
Lower than the queen. It's a 3.
Higher.
Is he going to run the cards to win game number 1? She did. Yes, and Gene wins the first game of this match. All right. We must pause. We'll be back with more Card Sharks. Don't you dare go away now, all right? We have to go. We'll see you tomorrow on Card Sharks. Bye-bye, everybody.
Some of our departing contestants will receive a gift certificate from Sears Spring Summer Catalog with over 1,200 pages of ideas. 1-800-453-7000. And an AM/FM headset radio engraved fresh. Now there are 2 new ways to make your home a fresher place to be. Brisk Highland Blossom and airy April Meadow. And a calculator and sign arrest for 3-way relief. Used as directed, it relieves headache, pain, sinus pressure, nasal congestion. 3-way relief sign arrest. And a member of our studio audience will receive Noritaki's lovely Cafe du Soir dinnerware. Features rich floral colors. It's oven safe and the perfect complement to your casual or formal table from Noritaki. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson television production.